Okay, so we're going to start seated. I just want you sitting towards the edge of your seat. So sitting towards the edge so that your sits bones are on the edge. Now I have a little cushion right on my chair, but I want to be on the edge, so I don't want to be sitting way back here. We want to avoid the slump. So we're going to sit towards the edge of the seat. And then you're going to let your arms just rest, your hands on your thighs, and just kind of lengthen up through the crown of the head. Feel your body get tall. Go ahead and just close your eyes. Let's just check in. Let's bring our minds into our bodies. And we do that through the senses. So we can first notice the temperature in the air, in the temperature of your room. I'm just going to notice it. Is it cool? Is it warm? And notice the parts of your skin that are exposed to the air. So probably our hands, maybe our feet, and our face, and part of the throat and the neck. And just kind of feel how the skin and the temperature of the air meet. See if you can notice that. And then notice any sounds. Notice sounds both in the room and outside the room. And then notice any sensations in the body. And so, is there any areas that are a little tight? All right, and also equally important, there are areas that just feel good. So notice the areas that might be a little tight or a little even uncomfortable, but also notice the areas that just feel right. And then any overall mood or thought that you can become aware of. Any overall feeling in this moment. And then bring your full attention to your breath. What does the breath feel like? Why is it important to connect to our breath? Because our breath connects us to our bodies. Our breath is what keeps our bodies healthy and moving and filled with nutrients. We bring nutrients into our bodies every time we breathe in. And when we breathe out, we actually expel toxins and as we breathe out. And so just kind of having an appreciation for a moment for your breath, because I know we often talk about bringing attention to the breath, but sometimes we just do it just because we forget how important that is. And so a little moment of connecting to your breath, the importance of our breath. And then let's bring both hands to that low belly, and we'll do a little low, middle, high breathing. And so we start low, and we're going to imagine that our torso is like a vase, and we're going to fill up this vase with water. And it starts in the base, it's going to go to the ribs, and it's going to come up to the shoulders, and then we'll empty everything back out. And so on your inhale, take an inhale, it's going to go belly, ribs, shoulders. And then exhale, back out the breath you go, pouring the breath back out. Notice how the shoulders soften, the ribs soften, and the belly will draw back. And then again, we go inhale, belly, ribs, shoulders. Exhale, shoulders soften, ribs, pour that breath back out, and the belly draws back. And again, we go inhale, belly, ribs, shoulders. Exhale, back out. 3 more times on your own. Belly, chest, shoulders. Pouring the breath back out. Again, your timing, getting each of those places filled up. Each of those, and then the breath pours back out. And then just one more time. And then just let the breath settle back to its natural kind of rhythm. Let's open our eyes. Let's wake up our face, starting with a little tapping. So we're going to tap the whole entire face and really get kind of curious about the bones of your face. So there's my forehead, there's this bone under my eye, the cheekbone, the jawline. Really, especially this jawline, we spend a little extra time here, especially right there in front of the ears. Go up and down that jaw quite a few times. There's some important nerves that run here through the face, both a nerve called the trigeminal nerve and a vagus nerve innervate right here. And vagus, as we know, as some of us know, is really helpful to rest and digest. All right, and then let's go up over the head, up into the back of the neck. So up, and really get into your skull too. Sometimes we have tight heads, so we want to open them up, help our skull to relax, helps reduce headaches, sides of the head, top of the head, and then let's go to the back of the head and spend a little extra time right here on the back where the skull and the neck meet. The skull and the neck meet. Yeah, that's right. The occiput. That, and then go along the edge of your skull. So just like we did with the jawline, you're going to go along the edge, the ridge of your skull, back and forth. Getting some stimulus here. Okay, good. And then let's go to the ears. Pull down on the ears. Woo. Pull out on the ears. This can be a little bit sensational, especially if we have tight ears. Pull up on the ears. Pull down. Pull out. Pull up. Good. One more time. Pull down. They might get a little bit warm. Pull out. And pull up. Good. And then we're going to smile really big. Give me your biggest smile. I want to see the bottom teeth and the top teeth. And then you're going to lift your cheekbones. See if you can lift your cheeks. And then lift your eyebrows. Huge facelift. Huge smile. Lift the cheeks, the right cheek, the left cheek. Lift your eyebrows. And then exhale, scrunch the face. And then let it all go. Again, big smile. Lift your cheeks. Lift the right cheek, left cheek. Lift your eyebrows. Face lift. Can you feel your face lift? Can you actually feel it? Inhale through the nose. Exhale, scrunch the face. And then relax the face. Last time, big smile, huge smile, all your teeth. Lift up, the cheeks lift up. I want to feel the face work. Lift the cheeks, lift the eyebrows. Inhale through the nose. Scrunch the face. And then let it go. Good. Take your right thumb in front of your nose. My head is going to stay stable, and I'm going to make a big circle around the peripheral of my face, and I'm going to follow it with my eyes. So we're going to go up, we'll go around. Don't let those heads move. All the way around. When we come down into the center, go ahead and switch hands. That way you can come up the other side, make that big circle up around the other side. When you come to the middle, pause. Switch hands again. We're going to keep going to the right one more time. Big circle, follow with your eyes. You're very interested in your thumb. Don't lose your thumb. Don't lose it. And then this time, pause at the top, and now we're going to make a circle to the left. So you're going to circle to the left. Take your time. When you come to the middle, you get to pause and switch fingers, switch thumbs, and continue that circle up the other way. In the middle, switch thumbs again. One more circle to the left. Make sure you stay breathing. Breathing the whole time here. Whew, and rest. Awesome. Little fingertips on your eyes. Just give little presses here to kind of release any tension in the eye. So I'm just pressing on top of my eyelid. My eyelids are closed. I'm getting little presses in here, a little eye massage. So if you spend a lot of time on the computers or the phones or any of the devices, this little eye massage and those eye circles, really good to do throughout the day. Stretching your eyes. Okay, let that go. Arms are going to dangle by your side. You're still on the edge of your seat. I just want to see, can we get the shoulders to slide up together? So we're going to do both shoulders. Can we squeeze the shoulders on the back? And then can we slide them down? Let the shoulders come forward. let them come up? Could I squeeze them onto my back? And could I slide them down? One more time this direction. They come forward. They come all the way up. Let's squeeze them on the back. Just your shoulder blades. My arms are just hanging. They're along for the ride. And then they slide down. Let's reverse that. So we're going to go back. We're going to go up. We're going to go forward, down. We squeeze together on the back. We slide up. We go forward. We go down. One more time. We squeeze back. We come up. We go forward. We go down. And then just let the shoulders come wide. We're going to go ahead and take our hands, our wrists, our elbows bend by our sides. And we're going to do a little, actually, let's rub the wrists a little bit. So rub your wrists. Let's do one side. Let's give a little awareness to the wrist. And actually rub your fingers too. Let's give a little awareness to our hands. And then the other side, rub your wrist. And give a little awareness to your hands. And then hands, fingers are going to be relaxed. My elbows are going to stay by my side. And I'm going to do a little painting with my wrists. My wrists are going to come up. And my wrists are going to come down. So my wrists come up and down. The elbows stay by your side. That's kind of the tricky part, because we're going to want to move those arms. The forearm follows, but my elbows aren't going to come forward or back because I want to really focus on the wrist. Good. 2 more times. Next time we come to center, let's stay here. Can we go to the side and then side? And I like to, for the side, because it is challenging, let's think about the forearm sliding one way and the forearm sliding the other way. And then look down at your hands. Are your wrists and your forearms doing what you think they are? Could I slide them? Could I slide them? I'm kind of dragging the wrists with me. They slide along as if I was on a table. All right, one more time. Come back to center. Press forward with your hands. Can you give me a flexed hand? Now, this can be a lot for some of our wrists, so if it feels uncomfortable, just lessen that flexion. But a little bit, could we almost feel like you could reach the palm of the hand forward, lift the fingers up. Now, we're going to bring our fingertips, bending at the elbows, bring fingertips to your shoulders. You're going to get a stretch along this front line of the forearm, and then go back. Curl fingers, curl thumb, reach knuckles to the ground. My arms are locked out. Reach hand, fingers down, pull fingers back up. Think of the palms of the hands reaching forward towards me again. And then now bend at the elbows, bring your fingertips towards your shoulders. And the minute you feel the stretch, that's far enough, right? You don't have to overdo it. And then press forward, curl fingers in, curl thumbs in, knuckles to the ground. You got it. One more time. Reach hands down, pull fingers up, reach your palms towards me. Good. Now I'm going to bend at my elbows. My fingers are going to try to come back. Ooh, that's a big stretch, so just go gentle. Come forward, curl, thumb, knuckles to the ground. Good. Shake it out. Okay, let's grab your ball, and we'll start seated. I think we'll do these seated first. We're going to feel like, I want you to hold the ball just in the palm of your right hand. And let's just imagine that it had some weight, like it was a weighted ball. So just kind of feel like you were cupping this ball and you are letting the ball really sit into your hands. I want you to feel that. Because when we catch, we actually want to catch with this idea that we're going to hold. So we're not going to catch with a flat hand, it would pop back off. So we're going to go ahead and throw it to the other hand, and we're going to catch it in the palm of the hand. Yep, we're going to come up and catch. And I'm trying to watch you, but you're going to kind of watch the ball, right? You can see the ball into your hand is another thing we say. So see the ball into your hand, and it's a soft hand. The ball has weight. Allow it to just kind of, yeah. And if it goes across the room, well, we just have to go get it. You're going to really, and maybe we can go up a little higher, but we want to catch. So you can be small at first, and maybe you want to get a little, woo. Yep, keep going. It's okay if you miss it, just pick it up and try again. Remember, and think about seeing the ball into your hand and both at the same time. I'm catching, I'm letting it fall. It can be small, and maybe you try a little bigger. And see, when I watch you, I can't do it. Yeah, exactly. Anyone juggle here? I don't know. Adam might juggle. No? Couple more times. And then let's just stick with the right hand, and you're just going to go up and down on the right one. 2, 3. Follow the ball with your eyes. 4. See if you can do kind of right in the same line. I know it wants to go forward. See if you can throw it straight up. Straight up. 3 more. 2, 3. Throw it over to the left. Okay, so we're going to try to go straight up, even though they might go forward and go back. We're going to do a couple. Let's see how many we get on this side. And you can start small, right? Remember, we're seeing the ball into our hand. We're catching it. The ball has a little bit of weight. We catch it into that palm of the hand, like the mitt. The hand was like a little mitt. And you get to follow. You see the ball into your hand. How we doing? Yeah, some little eye-hand coordination today on a Thursday. You didn't know, but now you know. A couple more times. All right, good. Rest. Okay, hopefully that was a little fun. Let's take this and let's roll out our feet, shall we? So that'll feel nice. So you can have your chair or in your nearby if you want. We're gonna go down to the feet. So place the ball. If you have a lacrosse, just go gentle because lacrosse balls are really hard, and so they can be too. I like a little softball, but you can use your lacrosse anyways. We're just gonna do a little skin stem. So I'm just gonna have you rub. It's called a frictiony. You're gonna try to cover the whole entire foot. So we're just doing a little rubbing all over the foot. Of course, the ball is going to want to stay in the middle of the foot, but you're going to try to get the whole entire foot. And you'll start to feel a little, hopefully we're going for some heat down here, maybe some tickly feeling, a little itchy sometimes. That's because there's blood flow coming. So we're going to keep going, try to go quick, but also it's coordination. Try to keep keep going. Can you go a little faster? Can you get that arch? Can you get the heel? Can you get the ball of the foot? Your standing leg might get a little tired. Let's do couple more seconds. All right, come on off, stand on both feet, just feel. Notice if that side feels any different than the other side. Do you feel the ground under you more? Maybe that hip drop down a little bit. Okay, all right, let's go the other side. So, other side, frictioning, get the whole entire foot. And again, start a little slow, just kind of explore. And again, I'm not pressing very hard, but I do want to imagine, I like to think of this image, which I've always used and I just keep using it, is that it's kind of, this ball's Velcro to the bottom of your foot, and you're trying to get it off. It's not going to come off. It's going to stay, so some strong Velcro. But it does cover the whole entire foot. And this side might feel totally different, right? It might be more sensation. But try to get the balls of the feet, the heel, the arch. Can you go a little quicker? Can you pick it up? Go a little quicker. A little faster. All right, 5 more seconds, almost there. Hopefully feeling some warmth or tingly or itchy feeling in your foot, or maybe all of them. Okay, come on off. Stand on both feet. Stand on both feet. Feel the ground. You can keep your chairs nearby, but let's just feel the ground. Let's lift up our toes. So I want you to lift up all 10 toes up. Now I'm lifting my toes, and when I do that, I might feel the tops of my feet work. And then I'm going to lay my toes down, starting with the pinky toe. And you can watch. I can see, could I spread my toes out and get a little space between each toe as I roll through my feet like I was going to play the piano with my toes. And again, lift your toes up. And then lay the toes down like you're going to play a piano with your toes. And they might all come up at the same time, and that's okay. And then lift the toes up. Yeah, and if you have socks on, that's right. You might want to take them off. And then lay the toes down. Good. Let's do 2 more. Lift the toes up. Lay those toes down. Make space, make space, make space. 1 more time, toes lift up. And then lay the toes down. Lots of space. Now, you're going to keep all that space. Your body's in one long line like a plank. And I want each of you to look out kind of off the screen if you can. Find a target for your eyes. For example, I see a spot on my window. So in your room, wherever it is, find something that you're going to keep your eyes on. And then you're going to keep your eyes on this target, and you're going to shift your body a little forward and a little back. So it's not a big movement. I'll face here. So now I have the letter B I'm looking at. I'm going to go forward and I'm going to go back. So in one long line, eyes on my target, and I'm moving my body one piece towards the toes and one piece towards the heels. Relax your arms. This is for our vestibular system, our balance system. See if you can feel that little fold in the front of the heel when you go forward. And notice which direction is harder for you. Is it hard to go forward or is it hard to go back? From the head to the feet, we're in one line. Eyes forward. If the eyes get tired about now, they might, you can close your eyes and keep doing the same motion. Notice what happens when you close the eyes. Can you drop down onto those feet? Shift forward and back. Let's do a few more. Stay very relaxed. Try to breathe. Woo! You can open your eyes if you need to. One more time. And then come back to the center. Okay, feet a little wider. One more for our balance system in this way, and then we'll actually kind of balance on the body. So these movements, we have two different types of monitor systems in our ears. One monitor is side to side, forward and back, and up and down. And this is the next one we're going to do is up and down. They're called the sacculo. What we just did was called utricle. It's kind of interesting to know the names, but we just did an utricle stimulation. Now we're going to do sacculo, which monitors up and down. So eyes on your target. I'm going to do a little drop. I'm going to go little bounce. Yep. There you go. Try to drop, 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 drop. Sometimes this is hard. Drop. There you go. You got it. Drop. That's it, Ron. Drop, drop, drop. Let's do 3 more. Drop. Eyes forward. Drop on your drop. 1 more. Drop. Rest. And just for yourself, take note. Was moving forward and back harder or going up and down? Okay, just take a little minute. Walk around your space a little bit. We're going to do 1 more drop in a second. So you're going to walk around. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel yourself in your space. Feel your legs. Feel your feet. And then let's come back to center. We're going to do 1 more drop. We'll try for 10. Okay, feet a little wide just so your center of gravity is a little underneath you. Your spine stays long, okay? Eyes forward on your target. And let's go down. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. Good. Walk around your space. Make sure you're breathing. Notice if there's any changes in your awareness, in your balance, in your walk. Looks good. All right. Even if the space is small, yeah? Okay, back to center. Let's do some hip circles. So you can have one hand on your chair if you'd like. You're going to take the right leg, it reaches forward. My body is tall. Guess what's happening on my left leg? I'm going to stand nice and tall on it. My right leg is going to circle around. Stay straight. It's going to go all the way around, and my toes are going to touch my back heel. And then I'm going to come all the way back to center, and my heel touches my toes. It doesn't have to be super big, but it's going to go around. Look, my body is staying upright. And then it's going to come around. So can I differentiate my leg from my torso? There we go. So I think starting a little smaller just because, so we can orientate ourselves. And then, whoop, then you could possibly make that leg bigger if you can keep your pelvis in alignment and your spine long. There we go. 1 more. The standing leg's going to get a little work, I hope. The next time you step that foot forward, step it down like you're walking on a tightrope, and then step the other leg right in front. So we're going to walk forward like we were walking on a tightrope, so heel to toe. Eyes forward if you can. If you have to look down, I understand. And then could you walk backwards on that tightrope? Woo! You got it. Yes. And then let's walk back. Make sure that, let's have that other foot back now. So now it's going to be your left foot's back and you're going to balance on the right leg. Bring that left leg around. Touch. And around. If your chair's in the way, you can move it to the other side. Around. Touch. Remember, my torso stays tall and lengthened. And then my leg is going to make this kind of half circle. Around and touch. Keep it straight. Around and touch. Around and touch. Around and touch. One more. This time when we come forward, we'll go to our tightrope walk again. Around and forward. Stay here. Eyes forward if you can. And let's tightrope walk forward. Heel right in front of the toe. And then walk backwards. Heel to toe. Toe to heel now. Toe to heel. Watch out for chairs and animals. Okay. Good. Beautiful. Back to center. Let's go feet a little bit apart for some hip hinges. So my feet are going to be just about shoulder width apart. Imagine you have like a pole on your back, a little bit of soft knees. Send your pelvis way back. Let's have our arms by our sides. Getting a little hamstring stretch. And then come all the way up. Let's reach up with our arms. So hinge over, arms go back. Stand up, press the pelvis forward, arms reach up. Pelvis goes way back, reach back. Palms are facing the floor here. Stand up. I reach up to the sky, palms are facing in. Beautiful. Coming over, pelvis goes back. Hands reach back. Come up. And then what are our eyes doing? So as I go back, my eyes are going to slightly look down and forward. As I come up, my eyes are going to look forward and up. And back and down, my eyes look slightly forward and down. I come up, my eyes look up and forward. A couple more. Hinge at the hips. Reach your fingers back. Stand up from the legs, push pelvis forward. One more. Hinge at the hips. Reach back with your arms and stand up strong through the legs. Good. And then arms down. Let's practice our hourglass hips. So your same position. We're going to imagine we're in our hourglass or in a side of a hula hoop. We're going to slide our pelvis to the right, slide back, slide around to the left, and forward. Side, through that hip hinge we just did, around, forward. You're welcome to bend the knees a little bit if we're tight here. We're making a circular motion with the hips. My head is opposite my pelvis. That sometimes is hard to think about. So really just think about you're circling the hips around. Nice. This is coming along. I think we're getting it. Let's go one more this direction. Go the other way. And they can be big or small. Again, it depends on your flexibility, your mobility really more than anything. Your mobility in the hip. We don't want it to be painful, but if you can get those edges without pain, that's great. Big knees can soften a little bit, opening up. Especially after we've been sitting a while, this is a great one. Okay, one more. Awesome. And then back to center. One more thing standing, arms out. We're going to do these figure eights on the sides. So imagine you have two big vertical figure eights on either side of your body. You're long, you're tall. Let's start to trace these figure eights. And see those figure eights in your mind's eye. Now, they could be really big, right? But if that's too much on the shoulders, they could be smaller figure eights. But we still want to make sure we're tracing that figure eight with our arm bones. Keeping the body nice and long and still as we find this motion with the arms. Can we reverse? Woo! We reverse our figure eights. And you might notice, wow, I really can get it on one side. My other side might not. Feels a little just, less coordinated. And just make a note of that. All right, center. Reach out those hands. Let's actually do a big stretch. So you're going to reach. We're going to take this position of a T and take it to a side stretch. More like a half X. Come back to your T. And let's go X the other side. T. Pelvis is under you a little bit, so the backs are long. Let's go T. That was an X. Come back to T. And X. And T. And X. Stay here. Pull the right elbow back. Reach that left arm overhead. Soften the knees a little bit. Take a breath. Come back to your T. Over the other way. Soft knees now. Pelvis is under. Pull left elbow back. Right arm comes over. Palms facing down to the ground here. Top palm. Breathe into these ribs. Come on up. Rotate. Look behind you. Come back to center. Rotate the other way. Feel the ribs rotate, the arms, the head, come back to center. One more like that each side. Rotate. Back to center. Rotate from the ribs spiral. Back to center, and arms down. Woo, arms get a workout there. I don't know if you felt that, but I did. Okay, let's go to the ground, shall we? Let's go to the ground. I'm gonna move. You can move the chairs. You don't need them now. They move to the side. So let's come to the ground, and let's come to this position. So my feet are about as wide as the mat. We're gonna do a little hip mobility, and your hands. Now we can rest lightly on our hands. I don't want you to sink into your hands because that's gonna get tiring for the wrists. So I'm just lightly resting on my hands. And we do need space between the legs. One of the things that happens most of the time here is people come too close. We actually want to have space for this position, okay? Yeah, great. And then from here, could we let the legs fall to the right? And just take a moment to notice the feet. So I'm on the inside of one foot, and I'm on the outside of one foot. And then I'm going to come back, and both feet are on the ground. And I really want you to pay attention to the movement of the feet a little bit. So we're going to go the other way. Roll one foot in, one foot rolls out. Notice that, feel that. And then come back, stand on both feet. And then roll, feet. One foot rolls in, one foot rolls out. And then back to both feet on the ground. Yep, a couple more. Roll. Feel your feet roll. Make sure those feet do it. Yep, that's better. And back. Last one each side. Roll. That's it. And back, both feet on the ground, and then roll. How are we doing? Good. And then back to center. Okay, hands come behind your thighs. Use your arms, get yourself up tall. Now my legs have to be the long 90 because if they're too close, I'm squashed. So I have to bring my legs out a little bit, scooch my bum back a little bit, and get even taller so I can feel I'm using my arms. Let's pull the chest, your sternum and ribs. Could we pull the sternum and ribs forward? Now, what happens here typically is we want to scrunch use our shoulders. Shoulders are just going to be along for the ride. I want you to feel your chest actually move forward and up, and it's kind of small. And then let your chest concave back and round. Inhale, pull the chest. Use your ribs. Can you bring the ribs forward and up? And then exhale, let it drop. You can do a little chin tuck. Can we stay high on our pelvis when we come forward and back? So lift your chest. Lift your chest. Puff up your chest. Up, 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 up. And then exhale, let it sink back. Sink, sink, sink. There we go. Chin tucks. One more time. Pull the ribs. I know it's different kind of movement. We're going to really find the ribs, the rib cage pulls up. And then drop the ribs back. Okay, come up nice and tall. Let's roll ourselves. So now it's pelvis, okay? So we're going to go, pelvis is going to start to curl under us. And we're going to imagine we could rest on the back of our glutes, the back of our pants. My hands are still behind my legs. My legs are heavy. My feet are on the ground. And now I'm going to let my pelvis curl under me. And then I'm going to let the ribs also sink back. Eyes on the belly. Just kind of feel this shape, this round seated shape here. Curl pelvis under you a little more. Let your ribs soften back and imagine the ribs could slide back and up the back wall behind you. Take an inhale. On exhale, keep this shape. Bring it back over the pelvis and then sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale, pelvis curls first. Come to the back of the pelvis. Come to the back of the glutes like you're sitting in your back pockets. Let your ribs go back. Let your shoulders soften forward. They slide forward. Take a breath, eyes on your belly, take an inhale. Exhale, belly draws back. You bring yourself over the sits bones. You grow up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, curl pelvis under. Curl, curl, curl. Make a big capital C with your body. Pelvis, sits bones are reaching towards your heels. Ribs are going to the back of the room. And you imagine your ribs were sliding up the back of your wall. Take an inhale into the belly. On your exhale, belly draws back. Bring yourself up. And then nice and tall. Woo! Send your legs long, arms forward. I'm going to face you. So here, right, you might have tight hamstrings. So I might need to bend my knees a little bit. I may want to grab a blanket and sit up on it. Let's have the feet a little bit apart, just a little. And give me some flex. Even if my knees are bent, I want the feet flexed. Now, here, let's just go over this a little bit. When would I bend my knees? I would bend my knees if when I'm trying to straighten my legs, this is my spine. I want the spine to be long, so that means I might have to take the pull out of the legs so I can be tall. Okay, that's when you bend the knees. All right, so make sure you're monitoring what you need. Arms are going to be forward. We're going to go chin tuck, and I really want you to think of your chin coming towards your sternum. So I'm taking my chin to my sternum. That's going to open the back of my neck. And then I'm going to keep following my top of my head forward and reach forward, lean forward. Reach and lean. Take an inhale. Use your belly. Pull the belly back. Come back up. Stacking nice and tall like you're against a wall. Okay, inhale. Let's go chin tuck first. And then forward you go. Reach forward. Shoulders are down and wide on your back. Reach. Inhale. Pull the bellies back, stack your spine back up. Beautiful. Keep those feet flexed. Active feet. Take an inhale. Chin tuck. Forward you go. Inhale. Exhale, come back up. Inhale. Chin tuck. One more time. Round forward. Reach forward. Inhale. Exhale, roll back. Hands onto your right. My left hand's going to just be on my right thigh. My right hand comes slightly behind me. Gently lift up and just a small little twist around you go. Let your head look over that shoulder. Take a breath. Come back through center. And a little twist to the other side. Right hand on the left thigh. Left hand behind you somewhere back there. Get tall. Rotate, ribs spiral around. Just look over the back shoulder without straining the neck, okay? Take a little breath here. And then come back to center. You're going to bend your knees. You're going to place the feet over towards the right. They tuck under. I'm going to come forward onto my shins, and I'm up onto my high kneeling position. How'd we do? Did we do that? Now, I would recommend a little padding under the knees here if you have a hard floor, okay? Just so we have some support there for the knees. I'm going to go a little sideways. We're going to work on kind of a wave motion through our spine and then little hip hinges. So we're going to go up with our arms. Inhale. We're going to exhale, and we're going to dive down like we're diving into a big pool, rounding our spines as we go. Rounding, rounding, rounding all the way till our fingertips touch the floor. Then we roll through the hands, and we're coming to a nice long spine position. We're in all fours. How do we do? And then lengthen your heart forward, let your sits bones lift up, and you're in a little bit of an extension. Take an inhale here. We're going to go back the way we came. Exhale, curl pelvis. Press your shins. Pull up through the belly. You roll up off the hands. Arms stay by your ears. We're all the way back up into high kneeling. All right, I gotta watch. Inhale. Exhale, we go. Pull up through the belly and around. Try to limit the pelvis going back too far. Over, over, over. Fingertips meet the floor. Palms meet the floor. Lengthen your spine long. And then let your heart go forward. Let that chest sink a little bit. Let the sits bones lift up. So you're in extension. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl pelvis first. Find your belly. Start to round. Belly's going to pull the hands off. The arms will try to stay by the ears. And you come all the way back up. Okay, this one I'm going to watch. Inhale. Exhale, dive down. I'm watching you. So you're here. And then you're diving. Exhale. Exhale. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Try to limit. Yeah, that was beautiful. All the way down. Fingertips land. Roll through the feet. Then open the chest. Let your tailbones lift up and back. Take that extension. Exhale. Curl pelvis first. Push shins down. Pull the hands off the floor from your belly. Yes. Ooh, that's nice. All the way back up. Really good. Good. And then arms will come down by your sides. Now, let's reach arms up. Inhale. Exhale, circle back. Can I find the back space? And circle around. We'll just do 3 circles. Inhale, circle, reach up. Exhale, reach back. And down. Let's reverse. Let's go back. Find your back space. Come up that back space. Come forward. And then come down. So as I go back, my palms will face forward. They're going to come up. Up, up, up. They're going to turn, face each other, and then they come down. One more time. Reach back with the arms. Circle up in that back space. And then they come down. Awesome. Turn your feet to the left. Sit back to your right. Bring the feet forward. Take your legs to the right. Now, hands, you can use your hands or not, okay? I'm going to lean. If you're using your hands, I'm going to use my hands forward. I come up, I'm in my high kneeling again and come to center, okay? All the way up to your shins. Then your legs go the other way. They go to the left again. You're going to sit back toward your right. Bring your legs forward, feet are on the ground. You can use your hands as you need. Take the legs to the right. Take my hands forward if I want to use them or not. I'm going to roll over my shins. I lift up. And I'm back to high kneel. We'll do it the other way. So let's go right with the legs. You're going to do some hip movement here. We're going to go back with the hips to the left. I can use my hands. And then I bring my feet forward. Good. Legs to the right again. Let's go that way again. Shift forward over the shins. Up to high kneeling. Legs center. Take the legs to the left. Last time we'll go down. We'll stay down. Pelvis to the right. Legs forward. Okay, make your way all the way down to your back. Down you go, all the way down. Let's stretch our legs out long. Why not? Let's get that long line position. Whew. And then just feel the weight of your body on the floor for a second. So feel pelvis, feel ribs, feel the arms, the head, the heels, maybe your calves. Let there be weight. We want to keep this weight because it's going to help us with our next exercise. So you're going to interlace your hands, place them behind the base of the head. Okay, we're going to do a long sit-up. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the elbows up a little bit. Your hands are here to purposefully support your head and your neck. Okay, that's why we're putting them there. So you're going to really make sure that you actually use your arms and your hands to support your head. Shoulders are sliding down into the rib cage. You're going to take an inhale. Exhale, just lift head and shoulders off the ground and look at your legs. So lift it up in a little head flip. Now, notice if the toes are parallel, facing up to the sky. Could we do a slight external rotation? Could you slightly take your toes out to the sides? Now, I want the back flush, so let's curl the pelvis under us a little bit. Hopefully we're in our bellies right now. Could I lift the right leg up a little bit and then place it down? Could I lift the left leg? Place it down. Right leg, my pelvis isn't going to move a lot. I'm staying steady through my center, and I'm just lifting one leg and then the other. Use your breath. Let's do a few more here. Go deep. Get that deep psoas, deep muscles of the abdominals working. One more each side. Use your breath. Beautiful. And then roll the head down. Arms by your side, bend the knees. Feet are about hip-width distance apart, rolling bridges. Taking in, your thumbs are up to the sky, pinkies are down to the floor like a slicer hand, shoulders are against the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl pelvis under you and peel your spine up to the tips of your shoulders. Make sure the head is easy. There's not a lot of weight on my head. My arms are working. My feet are working. Take an inhale here. Exhale, roll it down. Roll through the spine. Keep curling that pelvis as much as you can till the very last moment. And then let it go. Inhale, we'll do it for 2 more. Exhale, curl pelvis under you. Start to pick your spine up away from the floor. Coming up to the tips of your shoulders. Press down with the arms. Feel the front of the hips open. Take an inhale here. Exhale takes you down. Remember the breath we started with at the beginning of class. That breath is happening here. Inhale, we fill up. Exhale, we curl up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, we roll down. Curl, curl, curl. Really curl that pelvis under you till the very last moment. Just do 1 more. Inhale here. Exhale to roll up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Fill up. Think inhale, belly, ribs, shoulders here. Find that exhale, that emptying out as you roll down. Empty out the breath and roll down through the spine at the same time. All the way down. Hug the right leg into your chest. Hug the left leg, give a squeeze. Let's rock the spine against the mat side to side. Close the eyes. Feel the floor underneath you. Could you feel weight into the floor? Could you feel your back being massaged by the floor? A couple more times, just rocking. Feel the back against the mat. And then come to center. 1 more little squeeze. Hug the knees in. And then just let it go. Let the legs come down onto the mat. Roll to the either side. And just press yourselves up nice and easy. Rub your hands together a little bit. Give some heat in the hands. Get your fingers. Let's wash our face. Let's go over the face. Down the throat to the neck. 1 more time. Over the face. Down the throat and to the neck. All right. Thank you. You're done. Good work. I'll see you, some of you, back at 1 for our breath work and a little bit of meditation. If you want to come back.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. See you soon.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Lila.